Tonight at 11, we begin with a live look outside the ICE facility in South Portland. So here are some of our top stories that we're keeping a very close eye on. Whether the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals will decide to keep a temporary restraining order in place that would block the National Guard's deployment. The Department of Homeland Security Secretary once again mentioning Portland, this time during a White House cabinet meeting, saying the DHS is purchasing more buildings in Portland. And as protests continue outside the ICE facility, Portland police are increasing their presence around the area. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us for K2 News at 11. I'm Deborah Knapp. K2 is digging into the arrests made before and after President Trump's deployment of the National Guard. Victor Park is live in South Portland, so we want to go back out to Victor. How's it looking out there?
They're very tense here. In fact, right now, protesters are facing off with federal agents. So just as we were coming on the air, I noticed some federal agents started tapping each other on the shoulder, signaling to run, and that's when they ran and started chasing someone one block east of the ICE facility. They were not able to catch up to the person, and they walked back to the ICE facility. This is happening just after 2 arrests were made. One person who was arrested, I confirmed, is a counter-protester, and then we also saw another man being arrested earlier tonight. But very tense right now. In fact, let's come over here. Let's show this real quick. The interaction happening between the protesters and the federal agents right over here. And as we are watching this, I will also mention that we have seen an increased police presence around here with Portland police.
Good night,
Protests continue outside the Portland ICE Detention Center. Protesters like Bianca Barrett are taking notice of the increased presence by Portland police officers.
Yes, they've definitely got a lot more aggressive and more cars and like patrols and bike police.
Others like Portland resident William Glenn welcomes the officers.
The Portland police should do their job.
This man, who'd only give us his first name of Horace, is a counter-protester from Illinois. He thinks PPB is taking sides.
Sometimes I feel like they do let stuff get out of hand. On some occasions, they don't pay attention that much to situations.
There's no cover-up or collaboration. Our job doesn't change. It's the same today as it was yesterday, as it was 6 months ago.
According to Portland police, officers have made 45 arrests since the protest began in June. We counted 28 of those in June alone, according to press releases from the Bureau. And none were made until September 29, meaning since then, officers have arrested 17. Portland Police Chief Bob Day says the Bureau is taking a different approach.
We've increased our enforcement. We have more officers in the area. We're also working closely with the state police.
Back at the ICE facility, a camp is now going back up after Portland police removed it earlier this week.
I'd rather see PPB because, you know, I know how to handle them. But troops, no.
And earlier this week, Portland Police Chief Bob Day met with Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. Day told me he agrees with her that the behavior and environment need to change outside the ICE facility. So far, again, 2 arrests made by DHS agents tonight. We're live here in South Portland. I'm Victor Park, K2 News.
Victor, thank you. And we